What up? It's your boy Sebastian, and I'm back. Excuse the wetness, the sweatiness, and the even the bra. I was working out clearly, still out of breath, but I wanted to do this while I remembered. So I have no word for you today, honestly. Today was the 10th. Yeah, it's the 10th. And when I tape this, it's about 1:50. Normally I tape it either early in the morning or the day before. And yeah, it didn't work out. I was doing something else last night, so never got to tape this. So today I figure I share coming out story. As I am 33 years old now, I've known since I was a little kid that I was different, or whatever. I didn't find out that the word was transgender, or for me trans male, trans masculine, or trans man in general until say about 27, 28, because I was looking up an idea to write a book. Believe it or not, I still been writing. I've never finished any of my stories, so let me get back on topic. And since I never finished any of my stories, I had looked up the idea of having a transgender person be with someone, and that's when I came across YouTube and finding trans men. I had never even heard of that, and so I did a lot of research before I decided to actually transition myself, because I went from a person who knew nothing about it to finding out all the information I could about it before actually making my final decision to actually go through with the transition. So no one knew until literally 2 days, maybe a day before my appointment with my endocrinologist. Shout out to Ico Finesse, though. If y'all don't follow him. He's a guy that's in my state, and which is how I even found the person that I go to. I also go to the same person that he went to start his testosterone. And Miss Parkhill is the bomb. She's at Truesdale Medical Center in North Charleston, South Carolina. But she's mad dope. From the beginning of me going in there and everything, she was awesome. But anyway, so back to the coming out story. I actually told one person who is now my lady. I told her, I think 2 days before I told my mother, and she was like, "You're not gonna tell your mom?" And I was like, "Nah, I just plan to go through all the changes and let everybody figure it out on their own." So what happened was that she talked to me and she said, "Hey, you can't do that to your mother." And it's the close relationship that I have with my mother. I understand that would be so messed up if I had not told her at all until afterwards. But at the same time, my mother knowing who I am, she would have understood anyway, regardless of the fact. But so I went. I had her come with me. I felt some type of way. I didn't want to be by myself. Actually, this is gonna be a two-parter too, because I kind of came out more than once to more than one person. Well, excuse me, to my lady, then to my mother, and then to her family, and that's a whole nother story. So yeah, so this is gonna be like a two-parter in the same video though. So I went to my mother, knocked on her door, went inside and all of that good stuff, and I was like, "I need to talk to you." "Okay, sugar, what about?" And that's my mother. She's always honey, sugar, baby, all of that. My mother's one of those southern people. She's also a devout Christian, so I was nervous about telling her. I didn't want to be the kid that's ostracized. But if you have good parents like the parent that I have, not saying that your parents are bad, because they wish you would stay this way that they wish you would be, because they're entitled to their feelings as well, y'all. But it's something about having your parent actually care about you, you know. My paternal side does not know. Well, the person that helped contribute, my paternal contributor, does not know. And he can find out however way he fucking find out, as far as I'm concerned. But so yeah, so I went in, I told her, said, in fact, it was the day before, and I told her, I said, I have, you know about the appointment I told you I have tomorrow, right? Where it's so that I can get on testosterone. And she was like, huh? I was like, I said, I've always felt different, and I want to change that. I've always felt like a male, so I want to take testosterone to transition. She was like, okay, if that makes you happy, that's for you, you do it. I still love you, regardless. You know that, baby. I still love you. So, you know, that's my mother. And that's an awesome feeling to have when you have family, like biological family, that's on your side, you know. So that did happen for me, for my side of the family. Whereas my lady, her side of the family, it's a up and down kind of thing. So when we first started dating in general, before them even hearing about the idea that I even wanted to transition, her mother wasn't with it. Her mother was fine with me, and fine with me wanting to be part of the family, until she found out that I was dating her daughter. So, you know, and then on top of that, to add the fact that I'm trans, and her mother is very conservative. She's got the very old-fashioned way of thinking, and I mean very old-fashioned. I mean so far old-fashioned that, you know, kind of like, men lead the household, men provide, woman and man only. You should be married if you're gonna have children in this world. She doesn't talk about sexual activities of any kind, and that's okay. I mean, I'm not saying that you should want to talk to your parents or your kids. Excuse me, y'all, my nose is itching. It's the outside, not the inside. Okay, but anyway, yeah, she wasn't too happy about any of it, so I didn't exactly come out myself to her family. It's more like she told her family, and then I kind of just showed up after the fact. And recently, about 2 weeks ago or so, she let her family know to address me as Sebastian. He, him pronouns, all of those things. And of course, the only person who does not follow is her mother. She has a brother who originally hated the idea that I was with his sister too. He really felt some type of way. He didn't even like the fact that we kissed in front of him. He sounded so much like his mother when he was talking. His views have changed. Me and him are pretty cool. We're pretty tight. But then we also like to chalk that up a lot of the times to it being that we have the same zodiac sign. We are both Sagittariuses and fire signs, and a lot of things that he do are the same things that I do. It's a lot of things that I do, same shit he does. So like we just get along like that. But with that being said too, coming out is not easy for anyone. Whether you come out as a child under 12, a child 13 to 18, an adult 19 and above, it's never easy because you never know how the people around you are going to take it. I even like wrote a letter to try to figure out how I was going to tell people. My therapist actually suggested that I do that, and if I needed her help, she was willing to allow me to bring my family in to get out that, hey, I feel that I need to transition into male because that's how I feel inside, how I've always felt inside for as long as I can actually remember being a kid and playing and remembering all the things that I did as a child. Like, the things that I did as a child, girls didn't do, at least not the girls in my neighborhood, okay? I hung with all the boys We went in tunnels, sewages, you know it, dirty rock, deep and dive and all of that. The only thing I didn't touch was like frogs and shit. I ain't about that life. I'm sorry. That might be the melanin in me for that one, because that wasn't me. But I mean, I know some country boys do that, and like deep down in the country, and I ain't country enough for that. I'm sorry. I didn't grow up like that. Now maybe if I had grown up like that, I'd probably be down, but as of right now, forget all that. I ain't about that life. So yeah, when fine, if you just have one person that's on your side, it's better than none. I was scared for everyone that I told, every last person. All my guy friends though, of course they would be the easiest, because they was like, man, you been a nigga the whole time. I'm sorry, but that's the words they use. It's like, you been a nigga all this time. I mean, a lot of times some of them said, you're more male than some of the other guys I hang out with. It wasn't intentional or anything. Those are just the words that they used to describe me, because that's just who I've been my entire life. I did not have a phase of baggy clothes. I enjoy baggy clothes. I still do from time to time. I also enjoy pulling my pants up and looking real good, nice and fine, you know. Everybody should strive to want to be not just this, I guess, rough around the end kind of person, but one that can dress up and look real good too. I enjoy doing that. I do have a consultation in like 12 days. I'm excited. I can't wait for it to get here. I did not come out at work, but at the work I'm at now, they know. They can tell by just knowing that the fact that my legal name and my preferred name do not match. And no one's treated me any differently. No one's staring or giggling behind my back, at least not to my knowledge. So all I can say is, be you, be happy. Be proud to be who you are and in your skin, and the fact that you're still alive. Because some of us, it was trial by error, and getting as far as we all have gotten now has been not so easy. So I beg y'all to have a little faith, have patience, and know that you'll get to exactly where you want to be. Well, that's my time for today. I hope y'all enjoy it. Happy Pride Month. June 10th. Let's do this, y'all. All right.